up later. Two very different people whose lives changed forever when they met at one of Mother Teresa's homes for orphaned children.
The words to our next piece of music were written by another Teresa, St. Teresa of Avila, nearly 500 years ago, and they have a resonance on this very special day. Saints are a source of inspiration to me, especially when I'm feeling doubtful or downcast. Inspiration comes in many different forms and from many different places. Our next story was inspired by the basic need to feed oneself.
Grant Douglas is a computing expert with a successful career in IT support. He also has cerebral palsy. This lifelong condition makes seemingly simple everyday tasks very difficult. But that didn't stop Grant designing something beautifully simple that has helped him and hundreds of others.
The journey started off when I was having breakfast one morning. My mum was feeding me.
When his mum had to stop to answer the phone, Grant began to wonder how he could eat his cornflakes by himself without spilling the cereal.
That was my light bulb moment. What I really need is a spoon with oil on it.
This spark of an idea remained in his mind until the church's Christmas fair.
We often have these conversations about what would make you moan.
Fellow church member Rosie overheard him talking about his great idea.
I thought, I've got a friend who has a design technology company, and I thought, well, I might approach him to see if he could help.
Soon Grant had a prototype spoon.
By Christmas Day, I had the best bowl of fruit that I've ever had.
Grant decided he was going to try to bring his new spoon to market, but that would take £16,000. Again, the answer came from Grant's church, which raised the funds through donations. Pat Morrison was one of the first customers.
Well, I suffer from Parkinson's disease, and it's wonderful for eating rice or something of that nature, and it does give you more confidence.
But the Sept spoon's success has not been limited to Edinburgh.
We got 1,000 made and they won literally all over the world. Australia, America, India. When I look back on this journey, God has definitely been there, guiding me, and without them, this wouldn't have happened.
I've never heard Grant be angry with God or resent the fact that he has this disability. And I think it's his faith that inspires us all.
Despite having a speech impediment, despite having shaky hands, I've got a voice that can get ideas across.
I visited Mother Teresa's mission in Calcutta, where she and her missionaries of charity touched the lives of tens of thousands of vulnerable people. And next, a remarkable story of two individuals from very different worlds whose paths crossed at that orphanage.
Gautam Lewis was abandoned by his birth parents as a small child. He was suffering from polio and was taken in by Mother Teresa.
Because of my disability, it meant I couldn't just run around. So there was many days and hours of just being in the cot and not really having a childhood like you would imagine someone at kindergarten to have.
Dr. Patricia Lewis, then volunteering in Calcutta at a rehabilitation centre for children, regularly visited Mother Teresa's children's home.
When I met Gautam first, he was 5 years old, and he had had polio probably since he was about 18 months. And he's immobile most of the day.
And I had worked out that this foreign person, I could get her attention by playing with the cats.
His favourite way was to grab the cat because he knew I loved the cats, so he would make me come running.
I soon started to form a nice bond with her. And I don't know, but maybe because I was so used to surviving, I saw her as my way out. So maybe I made her want to love me, if I can say that.
Why would I, my sort of mid-20s single person just about to begin her career, adopt a child? But I loved him. He was lovely. He was such a cute kid. He was so funny and intelligent and sweet, and yeah, it just made sense.
Everything that Patricia has done for me is beyond amazing. And if I could be a little bit of what Patricia is, then I'd be very happy.
Patricia's choice changed Gautam's life beyond recognition. He was educated at England's best schools and would later work as a pilot and a photographer.
I was once one of India's poorest, with very little hope of a future. But I became one of England's luckiest. There has to be some form of a miracle that connected my life path to cross with Mother Teresa's at that point in time. When I went to visit Mother Teresa's tomb, I found it very hard to hold back the tears. There was a very strange, it's almost like there was some electricity feeling that was going around my brain. And I don't know what it is. Maybe she knew I was sitting there and she was just trying to say hello.
Mother Teresa had this spiritual connection with people, that she saw in them the life of Christ, the suffering, the spirit, and connected with that.
And I am just one of thousands of children around the world who has been given a place of feeling safe and loved.